Alright, so welcome back to another video. If you forgot who I am, hi, this is Honey Draws. So basically, I have been gone for a long time because I need to do some tasks and I am back now. But in this video, I'm just going to be basically voicing over a clip of me doing still life art. Now, I don't really do still life art because I'm not that good at realism, or it's not my specialty. I always say to people that I'm good at realism, but not in paint form. I'm good at it in sketch form because that's just what I'm naturally good at, but I'm not good at using watercolors. So it went pretty okay for my standards at least, but it's fine, alright? So basically, I'm just going to be voicing over this clip of me doing this drawing because I figured that if you watched a 15-minute video of just a person on the internet drawing with music in the background, it would get pretty boring because I would think it's boring as well. So I decided to voice it over just to make it more entertaining. So sorry for the people who don't like my voice, but this is what you're getting, alright? I guess I will talk about, well, anything really, because I can talk about anything basically. I don't have an idea yet of what to talk about, but I'll probably think of something. Yeah, I will. Okay, so the first thing that really annoys me is when people say, "Aren't you too old for blank?" And don't say I'm too old for anything. It just makes me really uncomfortable thinking about, my age, because one day we're all gonna pass away someday, and whether you like it or not, it's coming quick. So when people say, "Aren't you too old to do this? Aren't you too old to do that?" I'll say, well, when I'm 100, will you say I'm too old to breathe so I can't breathe? And the reason why I don't like this is because I have dolls, alright? Basically, I have dolls and I really like to take them on trips, not in a weird way, but I just like to bring dolls on trips because it makes me feel happier. But I always, when I usually go to the airport to, go travel, but not right now because, quarantine, but before quarantine, when I used to travel, people would always stare at me, especially little kids, which, made me uncomfortable thinking about how little kids are bringing dolls to the airport, and here I am as well bringing dolls to the airports, but I'm like, I don't care, alright? I just want to do what I want. So that's one thing that really annoys me, but another thing that really annoys me is, I guess it's like an art pet peeve, but when people assume that you have good handwriting just because you're good at drawing. Now, I want to say that people do get good handwriting because of drawing. I've seen people who had bad handwriting before, and then when they got into drawing, they improved on their handwriting. So it's not just something that's impossible. It is possible, but it's very weird to assume just everybody can suddenly have this amazing skill in handwriting just because they, are good at drawing. Now, one time when I was at a friend's house, I was helping her do something, I forgot, but then she asked me to write something because she said, and I quote, "You are good at drawing, so that means you have good handwriting." Excuse me? Are you serious right now? Do you want me to have a talk with you or something? Do you need to see a therapist? Like, no. I get that if you think, oh, you have good handwriting, you have good eye-to-hand coordination, which means you have good handwriting, right? But it doesn't apply to everyone. So that's what makes me so annoyed. It's because People assume that all artists actually have good handwriting, when in reality, not everyone has good handwriting just because they draw. It's basically either you improve, but you don't improve in your handwriting, but you can still be good at drawing and still have bad handwriting as well. A good example, me. I have bad handwriting. My handwriting looks like chicken scratches, alright? It looks like a chicken who just scratched on paper and then that's my handwriting. You won't even tell a difference. I should probably talk about the drawing itself as well. Now, for the drawing itself, it is a durian in the middle, and if you don't know what a durian is, go search it up. It will probably say something like the world's stinkiest fruit or something like the world's grossest fruit, because a lot of people actually say that it's disgusting while I say it's delicious. But I like it, so I don't really mind eating it. I like it actually. Now, beside the durian is actually a black orchid. Now, if you don't know what a black orchid is, go look it up. I found it on the internet and I was like, yeah, I need to draw this. It was so beautiful. It was so eye-catching and I was like, oh my gosh. No human being could even compare with this beauty. K-pop idols, no, they don't compare with its beauty. It's basically a black orchid with like a pinkish yellowish middle, and it is so, oh my gosh. I shouldn't have probably tried to draw this because it makes it look less beautiful, but if you search up a photo of it on Google Images, you'll see that the color is, oh my gosh, it's amazing. No paint can match that color. It is just wonderful, beautiful, spectacular. I love it. 10 out of 10. I really want one now after, painting it. So yeah, that's my life goal now, finding a black orchid and owning one. And on the other side of the durian, I drew jackfruit. And initially, I didn't know what jackfruit was. I just thought it was a cool name. And then when I searched it up, it was actually pretty similar to durian. Now, if I drew jackfruit and durian side to side, you won't tell the difference. So I just drew jackfruit on a plate, which still looks similar to durian, but it's a little bit different because they're both spiky on the outside, so I couldn't draw the outside. So I just drew the insides on a plate, which still looks kind of like jackfruit, but not really. So that's the best I can do. And in front of the durian, you can actually see like a stem, I guess. It's like a tree trunk. It's like, I don't know what to say. It's like a mini tree trunk. And I actually drew that because it was pretty empty in the front and I really wanted to fill it with something. So I drew that just to fill the space up. And I also did that with the back when I drew the wine bottle. Now, the wine bottle was easily the easiest thing to do here, because drawing the fruit was really hard in itself because the colors, the shading was so hard. Well, the wine bottle, it's a stationary object, alright? So you can just put it in place, shine where your light source is, and then just copy it directly. While fruit, you kind of can do that, but I didn't have a reference photo that I took myself. So this was based off Google Images. And the shading is a bit off. The lighting is it's like a weird place. It's in a weird place. But I still think I did pretty well for my standards. Speaking of fruits and food, I really want to try Korean food. I don't know why, I just really want to try it. It looks amazing, alright? It looks so much better and looks so much more flavorful than other foods in any part of the world. So I just really want to try it. But since quarantine, we can't really travel. So I tried recreating Korean food myself. And you know what? It wasn't half bad. It was okay. Speaking of Korea, I really want to go to Japan, not because for the food, not because of the cafe, well, partially because of that, but because of the Rabbit Island. If you don't know what the Rabbit Island is, go look it up on Google. It is basically a bunny heaven because it's a rabbit island. It's a rabbit infested island, which is basically all you need in life. If you didn't know, which maybe a lot of you don't know, but I am a rabbit lover. I love rabbits to death. I used to have a lot of pets, and most of them, like 80% of them, were rabbits because I really love rabbits. And I guess I would know why you don't know, but if you see my channel banner or my channel profile, you can see that there is a rabbit there. And if you thought, oh, she just put it there because it's cute, partially yes, but because I really love rabbits and it's a part of me, alright? It's what I am, and I'm supposed to love who I am. I actually have a lot of pet stories because I used to own a lot of pets, like a crazy amount of pets. I think one time I owned 6 pets in one period of time. So yeah, I was pretty into pets. I don't know how my parents fought up with it. I think they almost died during that period, but I was so in love with pets that I had 6 at the same time, which now that I look back at it, might have been an animal hoarder, but at the time I was like, yeah, it's super easy to take care of a pet because, you know, like around 6 or 7-year-old me thought pets need food to live. So if I give them food, they live. Oh my gosh, I'm a genius. But of course, it didn't work out very well. I actually ended up like giving all of my pets away. If you want to hear like a full detailed story of how many pets I owned, how one of them probably got murdered alive, or maybe not, think of the bright side here, and how some of them I just gave away. I know it might seem a bit harsh to just give away pets, but if I had kept all of those pets, then I think I wouldn't have enough time to like do anything. I would just be taking care of my pets, which I don't want my life to revolve around owning pets. So yeah, had to give a lot of them away. So aside from animal hoarding, I also had doll hoarding. So I had a period where I was really, 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 really into dolls. And I just had season where I was like, dolls. And I really wanted to own every species of animal that is formed into a doll. So let's say a white tiger, a lion, a cat, a dog. I want every animal species available. And now that I look back at it, it's a kind of a crazy thing to want. But I really wanted it at the time, so I tried to do it, did not succeed, but I did develop a doll addiction because now I really love dolls. And some people might think it's creepy, and you know what? I understand you. If you don't like the dolls that are like human-like, like the Baby Alive dolls, which they can give you night terrors, because oh my gosh, I've had a nightmare because of dolls, and it's not fun, let me tell you that. So I usually just collect the animal dolls, not the human-like dolls. So like animals like dogs, cats, lions, tigers, dragons. I really like those because they're usually really cute, and I collect them. I have a doll which is a panda, and it's like not twice the size, it's like half of me, and it's huge, but I love him also at the same time. And it's just an addiction that I have, which probably I should try to stop, but I can't because they're just so adorable, especially the Sumiko Gurashi ones, which I really want to complete and get the final character, but I can't. It's okay, now I'm basically just rambling on. Okay, so quick recap. We went from things I don't like to Korea to Japan to pets because from the rabbit island, and then from pets I don't know how it transitioned to dolls. Okay, back to the drawing. I actually really like the drawing. It's not that I hate it, but it's also not that I love it. It's kind of okay, and I didn't get to record the foreground and the background process, and because I really wanted to add a lot more detail in the background and the foreground, I tried to just do it off camera, but then the background and foreground actually didn't end up getting that detailed. So yeah, I didn't record it, but I did do it. I just didn't document it, I guess you could say. But the drawing itself ended up being okay overall. I mean, it's not my favorite, but it's also not the worst drawing I've ever done because I've done a lot worse. And here are the final results. Also, please consider subscribing to this channel, and in the comments down below tell me how you think I did on this realistic style drawing because I've never done it, so I don't know how I did. I think I did okay. I think I could have done better, a lot better, so I give myself half, like 50%, but maybe you could leave some tips or something that can help me improve in the comments down below, because they'll be greatly appreciated. As always, hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Bye!